Okay, hello student. In lecture 5 today, I will show you various ways to use cout. How can we use cout for multiple output lines? It will be a brief lecture. In last lecture we did data types, and we'll continue in our sixth lecture where the data types and use of data types in various mathematical expressions. Those will resolve your physics, chemistry, mathematics, any issues, any type of mathematics that you want to code inside of C language in the C++ that we will discuss in our lecture number 6. Today, our lecture number 5 is multi-line cout format, how we use the multi-line cout format. The basic thing that you will need go through when you're going to programming. So here we start with include, IO stream. Again and again, I explain these things. So it got memorized to you people's. IO stream is input output stream, and then our macro using namespace std to avoid repetition of std in our program. Then integer main. After integer main, we will go with the braces, and definitely at the end, you know that there will be written 0. So these are the 4 compulsory elements: a library of IO stream and the macro, main function, and return 0. These 4 major things are there. So let's code what I want to is about mean about when we say multi-line in cout. That cout is used for the output format. I write the cout, and here I'm writing this is first line. This is first line of my program. This is first line of my program. Now for the next line, we also use end of line. But if we was to use end, we must have to give the right shift for the concatenation, and after that you put end. If you use a escape sequence, you can write inside of the double quotations. But you want to use and you must have to write outside of that double quotation. Then here at the end, don't put a semicolon. If you put a semicolon, that means this terminates the cout statement here. But we are not terminating here. So instead of that, just go down. Just press enter and go down. If you go down, you directly check it out. Now this line will also be read with cout. The cout will accompany as many lines as you will type until you are not pressing a semicolon. Till the time when you press a semicolon, at that time the line get terminated. The second line of the program, the second line of the program. And similarly, I'm doing the same thing, continuation, right shift, then handle again. And after handle, we can go in a straight line as well. Previously, as the rule number 4, we said C is a free fall language. You can type as you want. It's just like Python. In Python, you go with the indentation. In Python, that you're making a new block, you go with the indentation. You go with a 1 table space forward from a control structure. But in C++, you don't need it. It's a free fall language. You can go, it's basically interpreted with their semicolons. So if you put a semicolon, then it says, okay, this line got terminated. You're not putting a semicolon, then you should have to start a braces. As there is no semicolon here, a brace pair of brace is started here. In control structure, when we study in our 10th lectures, that the control structure, so it means that integer main is not getting finished here. Now, it's start understanding the concept of semicolon. When I put a semicolon, it means the lines ends here. Okay, I put a third line as well here. The last line of my program here. The last line in this scenario, the last line of this program for multi-line program. It's a multi-line examples. So here now I terminate with semicolon. When I put a semicolon here, so now it's going to be terminated. The section is terminated now. So all these 3 lines can be read with the cout. There is no limit of lines. As many lines you are going to be when you go to make a screen display for a banking program or any type of factories like programs or any solution, a proper day-to-day real life solution will make. So we have to go with a complete format, a complete screen format we are making for the printers, even for the screen display. So in this scenario, this is very useful. This is very useful to make a complete screen format for the printing format. The program, just let me put a program. So save it. After that, we are compiling it. We can see that there is 0 error, 0 warning. I adjust that thing a little. Yeah, so you can see it's 0 error, 0 warning. I press F10, F9 to compile, F10 to compile and run. So this is your first line. So check it out. All these lines are as. So end of line is performing the same scenario. First line, second line, and third line. Feel free to write your question in the comments. Any type of confusion you have. It's a brief lecture. As we said in the start, that in the next lecture that will be uploaded today, definitely I will upload that lecture. Lecture number 6, we go with the mathematical expression. Now the basic condition we have done. So in data type 2, mathematical expression 1, that we will cover in our lecture number 6.